I've never heard digital body language before. Like, you are the first person to introduce me to that topic and simultaneously blow my mind, because I'm like thinking to myself, yes, as an entrepreneur, if you've been in it, if you've been in business for more than 6 months, I think 6 to 9 months, and you will have one of those vampire clients, guaranteed. And, when you're in a conversation, you're having a conversation, you can read somebody's body language. If you say something that offends, or you say something that lights up, or you say something that inspires, you can tell because of, physically or subconsciously, you can feel the energy shift, right? You can see that in somebody. But Leanne, how do we do that digitally? How am I supposed to look at QuickBooks and be like, you know what? That guy's shifting in his seat a little bit. help me understand it. Digital body language. This is so cool. Tell me about this.
If you think about it, there are buying signals and paying signals. And so there are, if you put that into kind of more layman's terms, there's engagement, and then there's kind of a slightly different unengaged response. So a good example would be, you're talking to somebody on Slack and you need them to do something, and you ask a question that should be an innocent question. You're expecting a type of answer, but you get a one-word answer or a very curt answer.
My fragile little human ego is like, oh, what did I do? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly that. And then you can kind of start to ask the questions a slightly different way, and you see that you get a slower response, or you see somebody start to type, the little dots.
Yep.
And then they stop, and that is a real cue of they're really thinking about what they're saying. So maybe they've typed an answer, they've deleted it, they've retyped it, and they've deleted it. So it's that, like, they're trying to say things in a nice way, but what they really want to say was what they first typed. And it's just little things like that. When it comes to payments, a really good thing that I've noticed that really shows is in the beginning of a relationship with a client, they answer every email like that. They come back to you straight away. You ask for an image, it's there straight away. You ask for a logo, it's uploaded before you've even finished typing the question. But then you send an invoice and it doesn't get opened. And you send another invoice reminder and it doesn't get opened. And you start to then pick up that they want to engage with this because they want the work, but they don't want to engage with this because they don't want to pay. Or perhaps they open that invoice multiple times, 5, 10, 15 times. Is that a little signal to say that they are struggling to pay it? And so then if you're aware of those online digital signals, that's when you can start to maneuver or engineer the path that the client takes in order to improve the outcomes.
What's the solution?
So there's 2 solutions. One is in QuickBooks, you can actually, if you send your invoices through QuickBooks, and I always encourage everybody to do that, you can see when it was delivered, when it was viewed, how many times it was viewed. And it's at the bottom of each invoice.
Okay.
So you can start to then track to see what's going on, but you have to do that manually.
Yes.
So we built an app that allows you to do that automatically because we track it. So we link with your QuickBooks or your Xero or Sage, and we draw the invoices in through API. So you don't actually have to do anything physically. And then we send the reminders and we track those interactions. So we'll send a little reminder that says, hey, Heather, you've got a new invoice, come have a look. The client comes to have a look. And then we'll send a reminder, Heather, 7 days to your invoice is due. Are you going to pay on time? Are you on track to pay this invoice on time? The client can then say, yes, fantastic, everyone's happy. We can say, Heather, don't worry, the money's coming. If the client says no, we can then give them the opportunity to say when it's going to be paid and why it's going to be late. So we're being proactive in managing that relationship. And then if we notice that they are opening the invoice but not interacting, we can start to say, hang on, there's a problem here and you need to interact. You as Heather or the client, as the provider, maybe now's a good time to phone them and just check in. So it's just those real-time insights that we're able to offer that helps you to manage the relationship before it goes off the rails.
And if I may, automated. Because as a business, what one more thing do I need as a business owner to track?
So that's twofold. One is you're getting help, so it's automating it. So you don't have to go in there each time, like on QuickBooks, to check, did they open it? How many times did they open it? When did they open it? It's due today. You don't have to do that. We do that automatically for you, but then we're also tracking it for you, and then we send it, we let you know what's happening. So we can save you time and just help you confirm your gut feel. Like it just, like I was saying, I want you to feel like we've got your back. And this is really where it comes in that, did they answer that question slightly sarky? And we can just help to confirm or not confirm, because we're benchmarking against everybody on the system. So, the detail is in the data.
Thanks for watching Practical Talk on YouTube. Listen to full episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And while you're there, be sure to hit that subscribe button.